What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Arnold Prints, the channel where we help your print shop grow. We're back today after being gone for a couple weeks. We were in Milwaukee seeing some friends. We had tons of jobs going on. We just absolutely got pounded. I mean, just pounded with jobs. So we had a bunch of embroidery we were doing, and we got a new laser engraver. We want to show you how this thing works. It's got some pretty sweet stuff going on. We got Big Blue back here. We're going to show you how this thing is going down. Today's episode, we're going to do a few cups for some friends of ours. So we have Heart and Hustle. So hey to Joe over there. We got Fast Prints, one of the companies we print for, and they help print for us as well. And then we have one more cup that's going to be coming out. So these are stainless steel tumblers, right? So the stainless steel tumblers are pretty hot right now. It's basically going to etch the letters out for the design. So the designs are basic. It's a silhouette, so full dark silhouette on there, black and white PNG we import. Basically a software called RD Works, which is free software. Goes right to this machine here. It's a 50, so 50 watt CO2. Okay, so there's two different kinds. There's a CO2, there's a fiber, another one that's a sub-brand of fiber called a MOPA. So different kinds that you can have. So the characteristics of this CO2 is that it actually etches, or it engraves leather, sort of softer goods, wood. It has a narrower wavelength. So basically how far the laser beam travels is the wavelength, and that is how much it can actually cut in the power. So this actually cuts leather goods, it cuts, etches into wood, etches tumblers. It doesn't actually eat into the metal because the wavelength is not long enough. So fiber basically etches metal. The more power you have, the deeper it goes, but it does do metal. This one is good for anything for us for twill. So we do twill for embroidery, patches, we can do leather patches. So if you need anything, hit us up. Leather patches for hats right now are super hot. I mean, these things are flying off the shelf. And then we have the tumblers, which are, you know, pretty standard corporate type thing going on. So if you need any of that stuff, let us know here at Arnold Prints. So we're going to show you what we got going on, a few cups. So we got these cups here, guys. So these are actually Polar Camel. So they're basically wholesale cups we get from JDS Industries, great company. Another China product. I'm sure you can find them maybe a little bit cheaper, but honestly, for JDS Industries and how they basically ship everything to us so quickly, you can't beat it. China, you'll spend 2 months just trying to fabricate something similar to this, so I highly suggest them. These cups can go for anywhere around about $6.50 for a case, up to about $7.50, $8 for a cup. So these are 20 ounces. Again, it has a little lid in here with a cutout. You can put a straw in there if you want. They do sell slidable lids. I don't really recommend them. The lids don't stay shut. Little flaw on them, so don't go out and spend $1.50 on those because they're almost useless. Unless you're driving in the car and you don't want the coffee to bump up, slides over, but it may slide back. All right. Traditional lids, the way to go. We're basically going to etch these cups out and, like I said, give them as gifts. So we're going to throw them in the machine, show you sort of before and after. You have to level up the machine, load in the software from RD Works, shoot it over to the laptop, and from the laptop, the machine will read the machine file, and basically you just tell it to etch. You get the wavelength set up from the nozzle, which is on this machine 15 millimeters from nozzle to material. I kind of do a little time lapse on it, so stay with us, guys. Welcome back, guys. So check it out. We got this CO2 laser engraver just finished up. As you see, I got these goggles on. Everybody's probably like, whoa, Kevin, what are you doing with these crazy-ass goggles? So these goggles are actually UV protectant and help with the rays of this CO2. So these are expensive glasses. I think I paid almost like $60 for these things, but they do protect your eyes. So that laser can bounce off of things, especially metal, and hit you in the eye and make you blind, or just even viewing through the chamber for a long period of time can make you blind. So save your eyesight, invest in a pair of these protection goggles. You have to check them on the nanometer rate to find out how far they actually protect you, okay? The cheaper versions don't protect your eyes for that. Especially if you're a big shop, you have to be OSHA approved. They're gonna say, hey, you got lasers, how are you protecting your staff? This thing also has a huge air chamber that actually channels the fumes out to basically a filtration system. So we do have a big tube behind that runs through and has a fan that is running. So you actually might hear the fan. It's a little bit humming right now. That's actually the fan for the filtration. We leave it on basically to keep it covered, okay? So this thing is all finished up. I'm gonna grab the cup out of there if you don't mind. Lift the hood, take this thing out. This is what it looks like, okay? Let me get back in frame here. So this is what this thing looks like. It has basically this little coaster here. It's tape helping it roll, because basically this thing has to be level, otherwise it's gonna be all uneven, okay? So pop that off. Rubber band, again. Why do this, Kevin? Oh, the rubber band gives it traction. The other thing you can do is actually spray the bars inside with a little bit of plastic dip, and that'll make it a little bit more traction and give it more control. So we may do that in the future. Right now, stuff's working. Stick with this shit, all right? Here we go. Cup, so it looks a little like faded. It's kind of dusty looking. Everybody's probably like, oh man, this cup looks like crap. Why would you even sell this thing? But check it out. We got a little chemical and a dust cloth. So chemical and a dust cloth. So first thing we have here is going to be LA Awesome. You can get this stuff at like Dollar Trees, dollar stores. You can buy it from JDS directly. It lasts a while. It's a huge container. Basically a degreaser. You know, it's safe on your hands and stuff. It's not going to like corrode your fingers off. You could also use Simple Green, things like that. So first thing I always do is I put it on a spare rag or a t-shirt, since we got all these, you know, maybe mess up t-shirts, or if you bought some Gildan shirts, maybe you got some holes in them. Check it out, Gildan. Get your quality on check here. So spray the mug, just let it sit for a second. That thing's just gonna start kind of working its way in there. Next thing you do is you get this little stuff here, magic erasers. Doesn't have to be, you know, the bald guy, whoever that was. Yeah, you heard the little dollar sound. Sounds good. Little cash register, ching ching. We just sold something on Etsy, so check us out if you haven't done so already. If you like the channel, looking to learn how to grow the print business, hit the subscribe button, and let's carry on. So take the foam and basically just give it a little scrub on the cup. So this has a small abrasive property to it. Basically going to clean the cup, get all that debris off there. Plus, if you had any kind of like banding, you know, it helps clean up that part a little bit here. So we're almost done. So it looks pretty good already, shiny. What I'm going to do is go ahead and give it one more spray, one more rub, and then we'll give it the final showdown. It really shouldn't take too much scrubbing, so just very light. It's very mild abrasive. Take a spare t-shirt, in this case, a high dollar one, Tommy Bahama t-shirt. Got some coffee stains on it, so now it's like my shop shirt, you know, spare rag here. High quality shirt. You know, if you guys need a shop rag, go get you some Gucci, Fendi, Prada, use any of those things. But Tommy Bahama, man, awesome shirt. I wore this thing. Buttons were wearing off. It had wood buttons. They were all cracked, fell off, replaced them. You know, fell off again. You know, I mean, I've had this thing for years and years and years. Just worked the hell out of this thing. But check it out. Cups here. Nice and shiny. We'll get a little close up here and give you the rundown. But That's a basic cup. So Heart and Hustle, you got a cup coming out to you. And thanks for giving us a call. He apparently thought we shut down our channel or gave up because we didn't have a video for a little bit. But we just got busy, man. It happens to all of us. We're trying to get back on, get you more content, and show you some new cool stuff, man. We got a new laser engraver and patches coming up, all that stuff. And if you need any of this stuff, reach out to us, man. We'll hook you up. We'll get in touch with you, help you out with logos for your hats. You want some patches when we're making them. We wholesale, we contract print. Let's get it, guys. Grind on and print on. Hit that subscribe. Peace.
Lights are red and there's sweat on your embrace. Just one other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Just another dare. Lights are red and there's sweat on your embrace. Just one other thing I dare. Lights are out and there's time to your embrace. Just another dare.